Kyrgios, great to have you with us here.
Hey guys, how are you?
Once again,
Yeah,
I know
good.
you were keeping a close eye on that match, but great to have you with us. And of course, you went through your first round earlier today, so just tell us how it was out there.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Look at the weather, and I don't think you're going to get too many better days like this at Wimbledon. And obviously, to start off in straight sets is confidence for me. I haven't played too much tennis over the last couple of weeks, so I was really happy with my performance today.
Yeah, and of course last year everybody remembers what an amazing result you had here, beating Rafa Nadal. You were only 19 years of age then, so just talk us through the memories of your Wimbledon last year, reaching the quarterfinals, and your enjoyment on grass.
Yeah, when I walked through Wimbledon for the first time, obviously having all those emotions and memories, and I like to think I've done a lot since then as well. Obviously Australian Open and Madrid this year as well. So I think that's where it all started for me, though. That's where I started realising I could do some really good things in the sport, and yeah, it was good coming here again.
It feels like to me that maybe you ignited the whole Australia and all the players, because suddenly you got 11 players in the main draw, and I think it has
16 plus the girls.
Plus the girls, sorry, 11 on the men's side. But something maybe happened there last year when you beat Nadal. I think you showed everybody else that, hey, if I can do it, you guys can do it too. Do you feel that?
Yeah, those guys are more than capable of having some great results as well. I felt, once I did break through there, I thought the other guys sort of saw that as motivation, and we always get along well, and we push each other as well. So I thought they're doing some great things as well now.
Yeah.
I have to ask you were at Australian Open this year. 2 days in a row they had more than 80,000 people in that Australian Open, and I think 75,000 of those guys came to see you. You didn't even play on one of those days. But how is that? How are you dealing with the popularity? Because you're unbelievably popular.
Yeah, it's tough. I'm only young, and I'm still learning how to deal with all the things off the court every day. I got a good team around me; they help me as well. So I'm still learning how to deal with it all. Sometimes I get a bit caught up with it, but at the same time, I think it inspires me to keep playing and have some good results as well.
Yeah, and how important do you think it is? Because you mentioned Madrid as well this year. So you've not only beaten Rafa Nadal, but you've also beaten Roger Federer on a big show court in Madrid. But how important is it for a young player like yourself to get a big win over a major star to give you that sort of depth of belief that you can go all the way?
I think that's helped me a lot, especially when I beat Nadal. I felt as if I could beat anyone out there, and I think in itself that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest weapon you can have is self-confidence, and especially when I played Federer in Madrid and 7-6 in the third set. I had to play some really good tennis to get that win, but those two guys are the greatest of all time. So to know that I can perform against those guys, it's massive.
Yeah, and you're sort of a new breed of stars that are kind of bringing back the sort of fast, furious, up-tempo, big serving, like to volley as well. Is that the way that you want to keep moving your tennis?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think I'm known to bend my knees yet at the net. But, I'm learning to hit some good volleys, but yeah, I like to come in and I like to just have a lot of fun and play some fast-paced tennis out there.
Yeah, is that what you did out there today? I know we've got some footage of you up against Sebastian Schwartzman, but what sort of tennis were you playing out there today?
Yeah, I thought I played aggressive. On return, I was really forcing pressure, being aggressive off return, serving well, and obviously just finding my feet on the grass. I thought I did that well. I was moving really well, mixing it up, and I thought I created a lot of chance for myself. So.
Yeah. Go on.
No, I was wondering, but last year when you played against Nadal, you hit some unbelievable in between the legs shots. One winner was incredible. When do you practice those?
I do practice them in
You
practice.
do practice them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do practice them a little bit. Every time I have a chance, hit through the legs, I think I'll do it. You never know when it comes in handy. So, last year was a bit lucky as well. But I think, I set up for it and I went for it, and it paid off.
Did you do the through the leg shot?
I will never try. No, I will never try.
You need some tips.
No, but how relaxed are you? Because I saw you play at the Australian Open as well, and when you beat Andrea Seppi, you hit some unbelievable shots as well. One was between the legs. I think it didn't work. But how relaxed are you on the court compared to what it looks like? You look unbelievably relaxed. Are you that relaxed?
Yeah, I'm pretty relaxed out there.
Yeah.
I feel as if I play my best tennis and I'm not thinking too much. I'm just going out there, picking a spot, hitting it, going after a shot, playing aggressive. And I think when you relax out there, you can play those shots. I think, and more times than not, it's going to pay off. And I think if you relax, you don't get too angry. I think when I'm a bit too serious, I think that's when I start, showing too much emotion and having those roller coasters up and down.
Nice.
Now we've got a question from Twitter, and
Okay.
they're saying, what music do you like to listen to before you play? #AskKyrgios.
I don't usually tell anyone, what I listen to too much, but I usually listen to a bit of R&B or hip hop before I go out there. I listen to that stuff every day. It's such a big part of my life, music. So I think I'll continue to listen to music every time I go out there.
Yeah, and you're a big basketball fan, is that right?
I am.
Yes,
I
where
am.
did that come from?
Well, you know, my family's not really into basketball that much, but you know, I played it as a young kid and I grew up with that, and at around 15 I had to choose between tennis and basketball, and you know, I had a really supportive family. They pushed me towards tennis and it wasn't too bad of a choice.
Yeah, I've got another question coming in. What's the hardest thing about preparing for Wimbledon compared to other tournaments?
You know, I think no matter how much you try and prepare for Grand Slams, the night before you're always going to have a difficult sleep. You're going to be thinking about, you know, all the people around, the expectations, and you know, last night I didn't get a great sleep at all. You know, I think
Didn't you? You didn't hardly slept at all.
Yeah.
No.
Which is, you know, it's a routine for me now.
Yeah.
You know, you're only getting nervous because you care and you want to get the best out of yourself in these next 2 weeks. So I think you just got to do everything you can, everything you can control.
Yeah, am I right in thinking that at Queen's you may have gone into a press conference and said you felt a little bit homesick? Was that right? That's what I picked up on. Was that true?
Yeah, I was a little bit homesick.
But you didn't head back to Oz quickly to catch up?
No. My dad
Not
flew
like
over.
your Kokonakis, he did that, didn't he?
Yeah, last year. Yeah, my dad flew over about 4 days ago now, so it was great seeing him, and you know, I hadn't seen him in about 3 months, so just to see him and have that environment, you know, just him cooking for me and just hanging out with me.
Yeah, because it is hard on the road, isn't it?
I'm 20 years old, being away for 3 months, it's tougher than it sounds.
Yeah. That's just living in Australia. We keep
Exactly
forgetting
right.
that.
Yeah, that's true. The other side of the world.
Yeah, such a big difference. To have to be out for 3 months and trying to get better on the road and practice.
It's tough.
It's very tough.
Very
I can't
tough.
even imagine.
Yeah.
But you make your way around London on a scooter, don't you? I keep hearing Pat Cash mentioning it. He said he keeps whizzing past you and you're on a scooter.
Yeah, I bought a scooter when I got here. You know, I thought, you know, I'm staying in Wimbledon, so just to get down the hill at Wimbledon Village is unbelievable. It's so much fun. So, and there's a scooter store right next by to my house. So I bought a scooter, and yeah, I guess I'm getting around on that.
Nice.
Fun.
So fun. Yeah, no, I have 1,000 questions for
Go on,
Nick,
go.
but we're going to see him again.
Oh,
we're going to see him. Well, I'm
hope
sure
so.
because you're playing great. Do you think that the grass court is potentially going to be your best surface? Because you have such an all-around game. You can play on anything. But because of the Nadal win and maybe the first quarterfinals, do you think this is going to be a special place?
Yeah, I mean, the court favours, you know, all court players and guys that usually hit the ball a bit bigger and big serves. So I feel as if it does suit my game. You know, I prefer to play on maybe hard court, you know, where you can slide and obviously, you know, have some really good rallies. But, you know, the grass does favour my game a little bit.
Yeah. Another Twitter question. Who was your inspiration growing up?
Well, I had a couple role models, you know, growing up. From tennis, it was definitely Roger. He was definitely my idol, and you know, what he does on and off the court, it's unbelievable for the sport, and you know, just general well-being. You know, he's a good role model. And from basketball, Kevin Garnett. You know, he's not the greatest player anymore, but you know, from a game standpoint, what he showed passion-wise and the fight for the game was massive for me.
Yeah, fascinating.
Nice. Yes, it is. He's
And of course,
very
basketball, I guess, would have helped your tennis a little bit, having played it.
Well, maybe, yeah. I mean, you go through your legs a little bit with basketball, so you know, maybe it did.
Yeah, and just lastly, we always ask players what they like to eat when they're here at Wimbledon. What kind of food?
Oh, Dad's cooking for him now, right?
Yeah, my dad's good.
Barbecues?
But yeah, we've been having a lot of meat, but at the same time, I've been going out with a couple of friends as well to Chipotle. Do you know that place, Mexican?
Yes.
Ah,
Right, so
yes, yeah.
And sticks and sushi as well, which is really good.
Yeah, do you think you're going to be able to sleep tonight?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I'll be able to sleep tonight. I've got a day off tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Nice.
Okay. Well, it's been lovely to talk to you. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
coming
It was
by
fun.
and visiting, and
No
very
problem.
best of luck for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.